Hello, my name is Sandra Livingston. I'm presenting my Mercer lesson plan template. My subject is science. This is for Dr. Templer's class, Education 210, Instructional Technology. First, my title of my lesson plan would be the stages of metamorphosis, and my grade level would be second grade, from 6.5 to 7-year-old, and the subject and title would be from the egg to the frog, metamorphosis, stages of metamorphosis. I would want to be discussing with my class basically scientific terms we would be learning throughout, I would say, a month and a half period, learning how frogs are amphibians, how they're cold-blooded animals, from the egg, the tadpole, to the adult, how they live in lakes, streams, and rivers, how they're born in water, and then they mature in water. They breathe through their gills, the different parts of a frog. But since it's science, we're going to be doing an everyday observation of the changes that an actual tadpole goes through, from becoming an egg to a tadpole to metamorph to a froglet, and to a frog, to a full-grown adult frog. I thought this would be a really cool subject, science. I would like to teach that subject, and then also I'm putting out some really cool frog observation sheets that I would probably have them, do pictographs, easy little pictographs of age appropriate, age appropriate, fun. I'll also have a bulletin board specifically showing the life cycle of a frog. And also the different parts of a tadpole. So all those parts, from egg and tadpole, the metamorph to froglet, and to adult frog. Eyes, mouth, from leg. Also, the most important thing, frog's diet. That frog is on every continent of the earth except for Antarctica. That frogs are carnivores. Their diet, that they eat smaller fish and reptiles and small lizards and other small pieces. My Georgia standards would be S2L1. Point A, which is determine the sequences of life cycles of common animals, which is the frog we're talking about. ELA2 4. Point A, we're going to read a variety of texts. Also, I got some fictional and non-fictional books that I would show in front of my bulletin board. We have one, Frog by Gail Gibson. So this is non-fictional. It's going to be and read in to my class. I also picked a cool one. Frog Went Courting. This is a really cool book too, by John Langstaff, pictured by Fedor. And one last one is a fun and silly one. second grade, gotta be fun. Foggy Sleepover by Jonathan London, illustrated by Frank Remisker. So, first, my essential purpose and question would be that I introduce and teach the concept of fog growth and the life cycle. That's specifically what I'm going to be focusing on. I would describe to students will develop an awareness of the life cycle of fog. Students will describe each stages of metamorphosis, and students will become familiar with the fog and their diets and what they eat. And also toward the end of class, after we've gathered up our fog observation sheet and our fog assessment sheet, I'm actually, for my bulletin board, I'm gonna have about, depending on how many bullet boards, probably 3 bulletin boards focusing specifically on fog, the parts of the fog, the life cycle of the fog, art of a huge cutout of a fog with and allow each student to have their own cutout of the fog specifically, and have different textures as far as bead, eye, glitter, anything they want to put on there, and create a fog collage. So this would be something that the parents could see. So my opening question would be, I went to a lake and found some tadpole. Do you want to see them? And so I would gather my students around, and I would then hand them their fog assessments and ask them during the course of 8 days to 2 weeks that we're going to be observing the direct changes of tadpole. So I would bring live tadpole. My questions would be, and ask them, and do a couple of examples on the board and ask them, it's a tadpole. Is it black? Describing the physical features of the fog. It's got a long tail. It's got a big head. Introduce basically the stages of observation. So yeah, like we'll be doing science projects. Introduce them to, I would pick out songs, the 5 Speckled Fog with puppets, and kids love puppets at any age, and they would listen to and perform, and ask them what the fog eats, show them pictures of fog, then show a graph, a picture of the fog cycle, like I just defined scientific terms like metamorphosis, amphibian, carnivore, show flashcards of insects, and have them rearrange the insects and name them, and play games with the flashcard and ask the students to color the fog and insects according to the pictures of the flashcard. So I have basically a month of lesson plans, science lesson plans, when we're covering the tadpole, the egg, tadpole, foglet, and adult fog. So the first one